So as I said, this is the winner's game, and it is a best of 3. Spawning up to the top right hand position, we have got the blue Terran player representing ESC, none other than GoOdy. And his opponent down to the lower left, the red Terran representing Mouse Sports, it's HeroMarine. So, this is where the pressure's on. If you win this, you advance top of the group and you're very happy about it. Lose this, you have to play the decider games. You've got another series on your hands, another element of doubt, the potential to be eliminated. Of course, both of them going to be playing for the win. HeroMarine was able to take down Golden in the first game, so that's the Alien Invasion Zerg. GoOdy was able to take down Hasuobs in a 2-1. Both games were actually 2-1, so very close first round games. Waiting now to see what kind of opening we're going for. First variation already coming through here. HeroMarine is going to be going for the gas, then the racks. Meanwhile, GoOdy is going for racks, then probably into a gas off the back of this. So, it could be a very fast factory from HeroMarine. That is his aim here. Of course, it is a TvT. Something we far too infrequently get to see now, which is a bit of a shame. I really like TvT. I think it's an amazing matchup. Still waiting to see what these two have got in their overall joy. Good little look here. In terms of scouting, just getting a little bit of information early on here for GoOdy. GoOdy's going to get that first, yeah, he's going to get the first scout just by a couple of seconds. First bit of information about what his opponent is doing and what he is trying to do with it. Still though, this is early game, early times. Marines coming out for both. Enough gas now to start a factory, so boom, there HeroMarine goes with it. That's the advantage of the refinery first. Meanwhile, over on GoOdy's side, he's going for that reactor. Okay, this is an interesting choice, grabbing that reactor out. It'll be interesting to see what HeroMarine reads into that, because he hasn't seen it. So he can't actually read anything to it because he doesn't know it's there yet. GoOdy though, what has he seen? If GoOdy was paying a lot of attention, he could have seen how much gas had been mined out of the refinery, and therefore would know that it was a gas first. Players at this level do know that kind of timing, that time of information. Of course, it's pretty easy to do really for the most part. You just know that it's 2,500, see it says there, 2,500, and you look at how much they've mined and go, okay, well, they've mined 250 gas here, so cool. I know what's going on. No, not 250, 150. So he knows the timings of when things are going to be coming, what could be coming out from that. And so, all really easy stuff overall. Tech Lab coming down. Starport is well on its way, so this is going to be a quick rush up into... Okay, I'm not going to guarantee it's Banshee, but it could well be. Yeah, it's going to be now. There's a transfer. Could also be a Raven coming out, maybe. And it is a big maybe. Ravens are sometimes used if you suspect your opponent is going to be going for Cloak Banshee early on. There we go, it is going to be a Raven. Cool. I like my prediction there. I like the fact that I second-guessed myself on stream. You've always got to second-guess yourself when you're solo casting, because you don't have someone else to do it for you. So, Natural Base has been taken for GoOdy. This gives him a big economic lead. HeroMarine hasn't even thought about an expansion yet. He's just happily sitting here being like, you know what? Okay, now he does. Until this point, he wasn't even thinking about it. He was thinking about getting the 1-1-1 down. Nothing coming out of the factory yet. Just adding in a reactor now. Once the Raven's done, they're probably going to switch back. Really excited to see what comes out of the Raven. Little dance in the skies. Always nice. Raven still just chilling here. Should be a Viking out next. There we go. So this is looking good, as well as a tank. Can actually lead into a really nice little shove forward with the Raven, the Viking, the tank, and the Marines. Really potent. We don't mind coming through though from GoOdy at the moment, so this is getting him into a bit of a better defensive position. Those Widow Mines can be really helpful if they are able to connect. He's also holding the back watchtower. Got a Widow Mine placed on the ramp up to his natural, so lots of opportunity to get some good damage down. But remember, there's the Raven. And so with the Raven, there's the mobile detection. HeroMarine's going to be able to see this, going to be able to take it down before it's any sort of threat. And that's exactly what he wants to be doing. Second base for HeroMarine, nearly finished up now, just completing. going to morph into an orbital command before it goes floating on down. So Goody's had a decent amount of time where he's been on 2 orbitals, and he's just been mining from this natural. So while his worker count is down by 3, which, if we're honest, it really shouldn't be when he did get that earlier expansion, it does mean that he's had the extra mule, and he's also got a better split of his workers to maximize the income based on those. So if we do actually take a look at the income, we can see the Goody's still just coming out ahead, and that's because there should be some oversaturation, and a lot of oversaturation actually here for HeroMarine. So nice and simple stuff coming through. 2 Vikings and the Raven edging on forward, coming out with this army as HeroMarine looks for a little bit of poking and prodding. The Raven, of course, does want to keep up because otherwise a Widow Mine could get a very nice hit. Goody about to just get the first sign that this is coming for him. Watchtower being held. Not sure if he saw the Raven actually. It may have been a bit too far back by the time the Watchtower was depowered. So definitely a possibility. The Raven coming forward, and this is where the important stuff comes. HeroMarine realizes, okay, so he backs away. A couple of Vikings shooting through as well. Note the PDD. That means that obviously HeroMarine's Vikings won't go down. They also are able to take a couple of additional shots through. Widowmine there. The tanks, though, going to dispatch of that. Take it down quickly. Only downside of using that PDD already is it means that another one isn't going to be ready for a while. Only a bit of energy left on that Raven. Still 3 Vikings to 2, though. Damage of Vikings coming forward. Quick little check with that Raven to make sure there's no sign of any Widowmines about. Also granting high ground vision, so these tanks are able to start shelling away. Not able to take down the tank, survives with 13 HP, but overall that's a supply depot down. Goody doesn't get supply blocked by that though, so that's really important for Goody. Repairing up the tank, wants to maximize his chances there. Is edging forward tanks a bit further. Not able to start shooting away at that yet. A PDD, auto turret drop, but not able to dish out the damage required. Behind this, HeroMarine starting up his 3rd command center. Making up for the fact that his natural was slightly late by just getting his 3rd slightly faster. But Goody preparing now for a counterattack. Army supplies, 38 on both sides. Slightly different compositions though. 1 more tank for HeroMarine, 3 more Marines for Goody. And also 1 more Viking actually. For the Viking and the Raven for HeroMarine as well. So both players dodging each other. Quick little scan up onto that high ground to say, hey, what's here? First siege up goes to HeroMarine. Goody going to get a good siege off and a good shot off on some of those Marines. Getting some nice damage through. TvT such a positional battle trying to get that better spot on the siege. Whoever can get the first siege up, get the first few tank shots through, going to be in a very comfortable position. Auto turret gets dropped down. That's attempting to just get a little bit more damage through. Takes out one of the tanks, but HeroMarine loses 2 in the process there. Goody still hoping to edge forward the Vikings. Taking a bit of fire now from the Marines, but the 2 tanks siege up. This is not going to be a good trade for HeroMarine. He's only got the 1 tank shelling, so not enough to really make a dominating siege line. Goody able to engage into that. Goody now up by 9 army supply, but down by 5 workers. And also down the command center still. Or at least an orbit command. He has got that 3rd command center built, but hasn't morphed it yet. So every second counts. Every second is some energy that could be banked up. Every second is a scan / a mule that's going to get cooldown for HeroMarine, but that isn't going to get cooldown for Goody. Couple of shots coming through here. Goody able to pick off one of the Vikings. Always a nice little takedown there. HeroMarine though getting in a very defensive position. 2nd tank now moving into spot. 5 tanks to 2 though, and that's in Goody's favor now. So Goody is certainly getting up the better siege position. He's also trying to stop this 3rd base from landing. A couple of Marines getting pulled back. This now means that HeroMarine has a very wide area to try and fortify, all the way up from the top left down to the bottom right. It means that Goody has 2 solid options to attack through, as well as potentially try and drop into the main base. Tanks in a nice spot, no sign of a PDD. A Seeker missile going to be coming down on one of the tanks. Will be able to connect, doesn't actually kill it though. Goody taking a very nice engagement here. His tank count a lot higher, landing some of the Vikings as well to soak up some more damage. Quick little drop from HeroMarine, but there is very few units here. Goody will lose 1 of his tanks. Busy trying to take down a few more, but 4 tanks now to none. Goody up 44 to 31 army supply. HeroMarine frantically trying to find an option to attack this. Gonna drop on top of these tanks again. Needs to make sure he's nice and close to that. SCV's getting pulled by HeroMarine to buy a bit more time. The Marauder needs to hug on up. He's done quite a good job of hugging close now. We'll take out all of those tanks. And HeroMarine does still have his third. GoOdy, though, has been able to establish his third base at the same time, although he's down by now 11 workers. That's quite a substantial loss. Going to try and rectify that, though, with some Blue Flame Hellions coming on through. They're getting some good damage out. Really trying to keep things looking solid at the moment. So, I'd say still a very level game. HeroMarine is up overall in the supply. He's also got the +1 infantry weapons. GoOdy's about to get +1 mech done, though. So, their upgrades are pretty similar. HeroMarine just benefiting from slightly more worker advantage and slightly more income. You can see that here, especially the gas. Again, the Hellions coming through, trying to get a bit of damage done. GoOdy has been able to kill 15 workers so far. Not quite, actually does make it 16. But a double drop now coming in for HeroMarine. He sees this tank count though, and he just says no. Turns around, runs back home. Not worth it. Still, very, very safe stuff coming through from HeroMarine. He's just managed to hold that off. We've already passed the 16-minute mark in this game. So, getting into the later stages now. Tank positioning going to become key. Really critical to try and make these trades as cost-effective as possible. A few more shots coming out now from the infantry. Just taking back control of this watchtower. GoOdy's still controlling the one close to him. This center ground very heavily fought. Every little trade like this is going to be good. The army supply is now slightly favouring HeroMarine, and the resources lost slightly favouring GoOdy. Working on those still in HeroMarine's favour. He goes for a siege up. He's got a better concave here. Starting to move forward. The tanks get the first few shells through. The infantry about to take a lot of damage. The Marauders trying to hug on up into these tanks. A couple of them being chased through to take that initial fire off the main infantry group. Great trade here for HeroMarine. GoOdy loses all of his tanks. Meanwhile, HeroMarine keeps all of his just in exchange for a good chunk of infantry. HeroMarine, though, now in a position where he can start looking to move forward. May even start looking to try and get some drops down, some multi-prong attacks. This is really, really solid for HeroMarine. He's got the 1-1 armor and weapons for his infantry. So he does have an upgrade lead there. A couple of Hellions going to be counter-attacking for GoOdy. Nothing, and I mean nothing, to defend this. So HeroMarine needs to do some very, very solid damage. One Widow Mine still chilling there. No cancel goes down on that command center, unfortunately, so that's going to hurt. The Widow Mine's still ready and waiting. Marauder eats it. Couple more Marauders moving forward. Going to start trying to take down those refineries. Minimize the gas income GoOdy's going to have available to him. Third base, getting focused, getting prioritized. Going to be forced to lift. There's no anti-air there at the moment for HeroMarine, so he can't actually finish it off, but he can deny mining for a long time, and that's his aim. Of course, HeroMarine, he's still got his third base up. He's still sitting there securing a fourth, as well as really ramping up the upgrades. His +1 mech attack is nearly done, as well as the 2-2 infantry coming through. Siege tanks having to back away. Needs to be a bit more careful with everything coming through at the moment. Doesn't want to take a trade that's too unhelpful. Marauders still waiting. They pull back. A couple of good shots coming out from the tanks. All in all, GoOdy trying to go for this. The Marauders, though, really dishing out a lot of damage. Tank count for GoOdy's okay, but he just doesn't have much support for them. The Marauders even pushing in for this, getting a little bit of vision. No high ground advantage. Double drop coming in from the other side, though. Trying to take out an attempt to get another command center down by GoOdy. That's going to be taken down. No cancel either, so that's another 400 minerals down the pan. Good damage coming down from HeroMarine, who's slowly closing in on the position of GoOdy's tanks. Moving one of them forward, but not actually sending the infantry from the other side. Interesting choice there. The remaining tanks on the left getting taken out, but reinforcements being chipped away at by these Marauders and Lone Marine. A couple of tanks on the high ground have something to say about that. However, that was only round 1. Round 2 already coming forward. Now HeroMarine is up by 62 supply. Massive, massive supply advantage. Over double the army supply as well. Moving forward now, GoOdy sees it. GG comes out and HeroMarine takes game number 1 of this best of 3.